Hi everyone, and welcome to the Mat 211 review of sets and cardinality. My name is Julia and I work for the tutoring centers at ASU. So today we have a word problem. Let S be the set of outcomes when two distinguishable dice are rolled. We'll let E be the subset of S of our outcomes in which at least one of our die shows an even number. And we'll let F be the subset of S in which at least one of the die shows an odd number. So we want to list the elements in F complement. What F complement means is it's essentially all of the elements in S that are not in F. So since F is the subset in which case at least one die has an odd number, F complement will be the subset in which we have no odd numbers. So let's see what this means. The first thing we can do is figure out what our elements of S are. This is going to be a little bit of writing, so let's write this over here. So our set S, if we do each of our outcomes is like, number on the first die and then number on the second die, something like that, we'll go ahead and write it that way. So let's start with this set where the first die has ones in it. So we'll have one. Well, we could have a 1 for the second die since we have a 6-sided die is what we're assuming here. We could have 1 and 2. We could have 1 and 3. We could have 1 and 4, 1 and 5, and 1 and 6. Now, what if the first die has the number 2? Well, then we could have 2 and 1. We could have 2 and 2. We could have 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 2 and 5, and 2 and 6. Again, we're going to repeat the same thing for 3. So 3 for the first die, 1 for the second, 3 for the first die, and 2 for the second, 3 and 3, 3 and 4, 3 and 5, and 3 and 6. Same thing for 4, 4 and 1, 4 and 2, 4 and 3, 4 and 4, 4 and 5, 4 and 6, then 5 and 1, 5 and 2, 5 and 3, 5 and 4, that's a 5, 5 and 5, and 5 and 6. And last row, we'll have 6 for our first die and 1 for our second, 6 and 2, 6 and 3, 6 and 4, 6 and 5, and last but not least, 6 and 6. And that's the end of our set. So, woo, that's quite a few elements, or quite a few outcomes in our set. But it's often nice to go ahead, if possible, and write out the whole set, since it helps us kind of keep track of what we're doing. And, when you're doing something like this where you have two distinguishable die, you can just do what I did and start with all the ones with the first value, then all the ones with the second value, all the ones with the third value, for the first die in this case. And that helps you keep organized with making sure that you get every single element in the set. So now that we have our set, we're looking for the complement of F, but we can use F to find that. So we know that F is going to be the subset in which at least one die has an odd number out of the two die. And we're looking for the complement of that, which means that none of them none of the elements in F are going to have an odd number in them. So we can go through and cross out in S all of the values in which there is at least one die that has an odd number in it. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can cross out this whole first row, which is a shame because we just wrote that. But that's true because it doesn't matter what the second value is. The first value in each pair is a 1, which is an odd number. So we can just get rid of all of those. We can do the same thing for the set, or the part of the set where the first die is 3, and the part of the set where the first die is 5. Get rid of all of those. Now we'll look at the second die, because these remaining ones all have even numbers in the first die spot. So in the second spot, well, we can get rid of this one because we've got a 1 in our second spot for our second die. We can get rid of this one, and same with those. And so we're left with all of the die that have even values in them and only even outcomes in them. So let's go ahead and write out explicitly our F complement set. So that is going to be 2 and 2, 2 and 4, and 2 and 6. Then we have 4 and 2, 4 and 4, and 4 and 6. Four and 6. And then 6 and 2, 6 and 4, and 6 and 6. There we go. So that is our set F complement. So we're all done with the problem. This is our solution here. So let me clear that. We'll go to the next page. Before I go, I just wanted to remind everybody that if you are looking for any additional tutoring or academic support at ASU, you can go to the Tutoring Center's website, tutoring.asu.edu, to find all of our resources. Additionally, if you're looking for tutoring services for a specific course, you can use the tutor search tool, which you can find at our main page or by going directly to it at this full link here. And that will allow you to search for all of our specific tutoring services for your course. So thank you so much and have a great rest of your day.